There's something hidden in the middle of Detroit that a lot of people don't realize exists, and that is Lafayette Cemetery. This is Detroit and Michigan's oldest Jewish congregational cemetery. To understand it, you kind of have to go back to the very beginning of Detroit's Jewish community. In 1850, there were only 12 families that came together to form what would become Temple Beth El, the first Jewish congregation in Michigan. Back then, they were called the Bet El Society, and one of the first things they did was to make sure they had a place to lay their loved ones to rest. So in 1851, they purchased about a half an acre of land. It was super small, but very meaningful to them. The space was not exclusive. It was actually open to the entire Jewish community in Detroit, whether you belonged to the congregation or not. And it was originally called the Champlain Street Cemetery. But as Detroit grew and streets changed, so did the name, and eventually it became Lafayette Cemetery. The first burial happened that same year, and just a few years later, in 1854, the congregation's first rabbi, Samuel Marcus, was buried here after a cholera outbreak. So when you're walking through, you're not just looking at gravestones, you're standing in the presence of people who quite literally built the foundation of a community. And as Detroit expanded, Temple Beth El grew. Families needed more space, they needed larger plots, and even mausoleums. So by the 1870s, burials here slowed down, and over time, this place became quieter and more tucked away. It never fully stopped. The last burial here was in 2011, and they do not have room to accommodate anymore. Today, it's still cared for and preserved. It's maintained through Elmwood, but it has its own identity. When I step into a place like this, I'm just reminded of the people who built Detroit from the ground up and the people who continue to build, which is one thing that I love about Detroit is our people here who are so passionate about the community. I know people really enjoy these cemetery videos, so if you have specific cemeteries you think I should walk through, be sure to comment in the section below and I will do my best to get to them as the weather warms up.